Would you stay with somebody
That
if you had like this? Right, if you had like this public situation going on, like how it is right now,
mhm.
and you were the one that was on the opposite end. You were the one that were feeling, the embarrassment. Do you
Mhm.
think you could stay?
Even in the private, I couldn't stay. Listen. I'm just one of those that, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm just one of those that I couldn't deal with it. There's stronger men than me, but I personally couldn't deal with it.
But what? All right. So now put yourself in the position of the man. Would you want the woman to stay?
I mean, we always want the woman to stay. If we, if men will always want the woman. If you still want the woman, obviously you want her to stay.
But
Yeah,
then now she has your kid. She's hurt. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Would you blame her if she leaves?
No, of course not. Mm-mm.
Okay.
For
All
me,
right.
listen. For me, if I'm in a situation where I have my woman and we have a child together, and I do some stuff and I sneak out and I go and mess around, she finds out. If she decides to leave because of I cannot, what can I do? That's her choice, because obviously I did something wrong. She's hurt. I understand if you want to leave, I'll understand that. I cannot, obviously I wouldn't want you to leave if I still want you, but
Mm.
if that's your decision that you want to leave, then I cannot stand against that.
Do you think that that was the reason? Like he doesn't want her anymore? Is the
No,
reason that he went out and cheated? Or
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I think cheating comes easier than staying faithful for men, because it's I don't want to use the word nature, but it is we are more predisposed to it than women biologically. I've used this term before, but so I don't think it's necessarily he not wanting her anymore, or he not being in love with her anymore. I don't think it's that. It could be some, maybe they have lost some type of connection that they had in the past. It could be, but that's not always the case. A lot of times, men don't need to have issues in their relationship or any type of problems for them to step out. It just comes easier to men. Stepping out comes it's come easier to men. So I just think that's really what it was. That's my opinion. I don't know their situation, but that's just my opinion.
my opinion in that is, I feel like he might have flirted before and got caught. He might have, did some things before and got caught.
Mm.
And the reason that she would leave this time is because it's so public and it probably was a lot more.
Right.
So, I do agree that it's a lot easier for men to cheat because, they have these feelings of they don't have no feelings for that person. But eventually feelings will build, you
Mm.
know, eventually. It doesn't have to be right today. The minute that you have sex with someone, there's a transfer of emotions. You
Mhm.
understand? A transfer of feelings.
Right.
And, even if you don't have the feelings today,
Mm.
do that about 6 more times. You know what I'm saying? And see if
Well,
your feelings
our last video, we spoke about this, and a lot of people had their thoughts. But we did speak about this in our last
yes, you did.
video that we did. We did speak about it. Yes, I mean, listen, we have to agree to disagree on this one, because listen, I'm telling you from a man's perspective, but you talking from a woman's perspective, and I'm telling
Mhm.
you that a man, it doesn't matter what, a man can sleep with a woman for 5 years and have absolutely no, I mean zero
I know some
type
women
of
that can do that. I know some women
connection,
that can do that.
emotional, no, nothing. All right. I'm not saying it doesn't happen the other way around, where it starts to build even after the first or the second try. But
Mhm.
I'm just telling you, it's very, very, very possible for a man to sleep with a woman for an extended period of
I
time.
don't think that it's not. I don't think that it's not possible. What I think is that women are emotional creatures. We move off of emotions,
Mhm.
whereas men are not so much. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, we
Yeah,
are. Trust me, we are.
we have
Trust me.
emotions, but
Men,
they
listen.
don't
That
come
I
off
think
like
that women,
emotions.
women are emotional. Men are not emotional. That's just a myth. Men just try to play a front.
Right. That's what I'm
That's all
saying.
it is.
You are emotional, but you don't express it the same way. Put it that
Exactly.
way. You
Mhm.
understand? You don't express it the same way.
Right.
And watching things over the years, I've seen relationships where men don't have any feelings. I've seen relationships where women don't have any feelings. I've seen men be married and have an outside girl and love both of them the same.
Mhm.
Give them the exact same things. You
Right.
understand? But it takes a special kind of person to do those type of things or
Mhm.
to deal with those type of things because it even takes a special kind of person to deal with those type of things. Like,
Well,
how you the outside woman, you know, he have a wife, but you still stay because now
yeah.
your feelings are attached to that man. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So
Yeah.
it's so many different scenarios that can play out. My thing is, you know, with this situation, I just feel like something triggered this. It didn't just happen overnight because the relationship apparently spanned over 2 years.
Mm.
So, you know, and of course the husband finding out. Who knows if the husband never found out? He probably been going for another 5, 6 years like this, you know? But who knows? You know, and I don't think that it was somebody less than him, because then they would have went to their husband like, oh, he made me do it. You know what I mean? Or trying to sue him for money and all kind of stuff.
Mm.
All of those things come out when you're dealing with basketball players and coaches.
Right, right.
Yeah.